Let me go back. Sorry. Well, hello everyone. We are now broadcasting the first virtual college exploration session for 3 o'clock. So as you continue to join, I'm just going to go over some quick housekeeping things and then we'll start off with the presentation. So if you've already attended some of these sessions, a lot of this information will be repeated. If this is your first time attending a session, then this will be new for you. So if you're wondering how you can ask questions, you'll ask questions in the Q&A button. Questions will be addressed through either at the end of the presentation or throughout. Your camera and microphone are off, so the only way that you'll be able to communicate with the rep would be through the question and answer button. Be sure to sign on for any additional sessions that you're interested in through the link, and then recordings will be available, so if you run into any tech issues or are kicked out, you will be able to access the recording. And then now I'm going to stop my sharing my screen, and then we're going to get started.
Awesome, thank you. Okay. Oh, am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay. Hi, my name is Courtney Kleindenst, and I am the Regional Admissions Recruiter for the University of Tennessee. I live in Illinois, but Wisconsin, you guys are my students, so I'm happy to work with you guys. So I'm not too far from you, just a little further south. And then obviously University of Tennessee being in Knoxville. So today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about Tennessee, Knoxville, what we have to offer, the application process, and then we'll check the chat, and I'll kind of save that for the end, but if I see questions pop up that are relevant, which actually I don't see the chat, I think, until I stop my screen. So we'll do the chat at the end. So, okay. So yes, we are located in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Knoxville is such a charming, small, kind of small, big city, right? So the picture that you see there, you can see the Sun Sphere, which is a great feature of Tennessee, and that was in the World's Fair. That was one of the last World's Fair, was held in Knoxville, Tennessee, and that's what that was created for. But there you can kind of see a little image of downtown. Campus is going to be to the right of that, but we'll have some more images of campus. But Knoxville is not too terribly far, depending where you're at in Wisconsin, 9 to 12 hours. We have an airport with 15 minutes from campus, and I know flights come out of O'Hare daily, so that's an option for you depending on where you're located at in Wisconsin. So Knoxville is kind of known as like a nature-loving, adventure-seeking, artsy kind of town. So if you love the outdoors, we've definitely got you covered there. The obvious is we're 45 minutes from the Great Smoky Mountains. So there's definitely opportunities there if you are interested in being outdoors, hiking, that type of stuff. But the cool thing is even in town, there's a lot of urban wilderness areas. So within a 10-minute drive, you could be hiking, mountain biking. So there's a lot of cool opportunities within the town, and then the Great Smoky Mountains, of course, being so close. Our campus is located along the Tennessee River. You can kind of see in that picture, the rowing team off to the side is Neyland Stadium, our football stadium. So again, the river runs literally right through campus. So we've got a pretty serene location, tons of opportunities for you if you like the outdoors, for sure. Also artsy, we've got tons of different events that go on. Obviously right now during COVID, it's a little less than normal, but we've got cool, vibrant little historic districts. So there's Historic Gay Street, which the Tennessee Theater is on, cool little shops and restaurants. We've got Market Square, also restaurants and cool shops within walking distance of campus. And then Old City is another kind of unique area. So those are kind of 3 popular places in Knoxville. And we've got some cool venues, music venues, definitely for hopefully when those concerts start back up. Art shows, awesome little food truck lot where it's just kind of a big lot with food trucks and vendors, and you can get food in that setup during the summer. And so lively food scene as well. So there's definitely things to do outside of the classroom to keep you entertained. Some cool things that we also want to highlight about Knoxville is there's a lot of opportunities within Knoxville itself, right? So we have alumni all over, but even in Knoxville, while you're on campus, you're gonna have opportunities for internships and research and ways to get involved in shadowing and things. So on the screen, I'm not gonna read it to you, but you can see those are companies that are based, headquartered within Knoxville. So again, you've got these opportunities for experience right in Knoxville itself. And then again, we've got alumni everywhere. So our students go beyond Knoxville as well, but it's nice to have these places right in our own backyard. So here's a shot of campus, and in the, let's see, yeah, top left, kind of, not really top, mid left, you can see the Sun Sphere. So that kind of gives you a ratio of where kind of the downtown district is compared to campus. So there's a shot of our campus. So a little bit about the University of Tennessee. We are the flagship institution, land grant institution, kind of the original institution in Tennessee. We have just over 23,000 undergraduate students. So great mid-sized population, and we are a Research One university. So that's the top tier for the Carnegie distinction. So lots of research opportunities, not only for graduate students, but undergrads as well to get involved. We've got lots of programs. So if you know what you want to do, we've surely got some version of it. And if you don't know what you want to do, we do have exploratory tracks as well within different departments. So if you're unsure, you know you maybe want to do something within engineering, we have an exploratory track within engineering. If you know you want to do something within business, but you're not sure, we have an exploratory track within business. So there's definitely opportunities for you to kind of get your feet wet, test the water, and see what you're interested in. We do have 4 honors and scholars programs, and when you apply for admission, you can note if you're interested in those. They have great leadership opportunities, research opportunities, seminars, great distinction for your resume and applying to grad school, so those opportunities are also available to you. We are D1, we are part of the Southeastern Conference, and it looks like football is happening this year, so that'll be exciting, so definitely stay tuned with that. But yeah, so 9-10 acre campus, if that means anything to anybody. So decent size, but really not overwhelmingly too big. Okay, I keep wanting to go, does anyone have questions? But then I realized like it's not a classroom, so sorry, please bear with me. And again, I'll look at the chat when I'm done. So we have 9 colleges within our university, and I'm going to kind of go through those quickly just to see what you're interested in. But we've got the Herbert College of Agriculture, okay? We do have a vet school as well, so a lot of our students will do animal science or pre-vet track. Wildlife and fisheries, we've got biosystems engineering, environmental and soil sciences, food and ag, business administration. So there's a lot of different opportunities within our School of Ag. We have our College of Architecture and Design. Within that, we have architecture and then graphic design and interior architecture. And that's a competitive program that does require an additional application process. So if you apply to the university and denote that you're interested in an architectural program, you will be given further instructions for that as well. And part of that process is an optional portfolio if you're interested. College of Arts and Sciences, our largest college, that's going to hold most majors within that don't fall into another category. So we've got anthropology, which has our very well-known, well-established forensics program, neuroscience within our Department of Psychology, and our School of Music that hosts a lot of different options within that. And then that's where you're going to find your geography, your chemistry, pre-med, biology, history, all of those kind of programs, foreign language. Our Haslam College of Business, one of our most well-known colleges, very well-known, top rank for supply chain management. We've got marketing, entrepreneurship, economics, business analytics, all those things you can think of. Very, very well-known program, lots of hands-on experience within that College of Business. Continuing on, we have the College of Communication Information. So that's going to be your advertising, communication studies, information sciences. I have listed there journalism and electronic media, which is very big right now, and then PR, public relations. College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. This is going to house our education. So if you're interested in becoming a teacher, that is going to house that with special education, middle school endorsements, different things like that. We do offer a 5-year education program to get you the student teaching component and then the option to tag on a master's with that. So if anyone's interested in education, of course, and I'll have my contact information at the end of this, so I can be your point of contact to get you in touch. But this college also houses our audiology and speech pathology. We do have a clinic on campus, and then our hospitality and tourism management, kinesiology, nutrition are also within this program as well. Recreation and sports studies are also in the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. Tougaloo College of Engineering, another very well-known program in college at UT, aerospace engineering, biomedical, computer, and one of our most well-known, ranked program is nuclear engineering. So lots of, again, there's more programs than those listed, but those are some of the top sought after programs with Tickle College of Engineering. Again, with the hands-on experience for sure. And then we also, students do a lot of internships, and a lot of times those are, typically they're paid internships and very well paid. So that's an opportunity for our engineering students. Of course, that hands-on experience is so important when looking to go on. We have two more colleges, our College of Nursing, which houses nursing, and that is a competitive program as well. So when you do the application to UT, you will also be prompted to do the additional nursing application. And then we have our College of Social Work, which is social work as well. Okay. So now that I've kind of shared a little bit with you about what programs we have in our colleges, let's talk about how you become a VIP, which is a VOL in progress. So to apply, we have two options, two ways you can apply. So you can apply through our website, becoming a VIP, or you can do the Common App. We are on both, accept both, don't have a preference, completely up to you. We are test optional, so you can choose to submit a test score or choose to not submit a test score. That is up to you. We are also this year self-reporting, so self-reported academic record, which means essentially you will fill out the application and then you yourself will enter your grades, your GPA, your classes, and then you just upload an unofficial copy of your transcript to your VIP portal. Again, this is a portal that you'll create when you do the application. And if you do the Common App, you'll be notified of the VIP portal to set up. So I want to emphasize that uploading your transcript, we are not requiring your school to mail us a transcript at this point in time for the application. So you will just upload an unofficial copy, whether you screenshot it on your phone, however you want to do it. If your school uses electronic copies, you can just upload that, and that will be sufficient for our application. And we do have our $50 application fee. If you qualify for a fee waiver, we do accept fee waivers as well. So if you're not sure about that, you can check with your school counselor on fee waivers. So additional factors that we look at, we have always been a holistic review school, and now obviously with our test optional, that's even of utmost more importance. So some things that we look at, every student who applies to us will be required to write an essay. If you choose to go test optional and not submit a test score, you will have a required additional essay. So you will all have at least one essay. Test optional will be required to do an additional essay. We are going to be looking at extracurricular and leadership activities, so your involvement in things, your leadership role, your volunteer experience, service, kind of what you have done to contribute to your community and your school. So we will look at those things, and your home as well. If you work, if you take care of siblings, whatever your responsibilities are, we want to know who you are. So these essays, this listing of extracurricular activities gives you a chance to explain that to us. We will also look at the rigor of your high school curriculum. So what classes are you taking? We want you to take a curriculum that's going to prepare you for the academics at UT. So we will look at that as well. And then you do have the option of sending recommendation letters, 2 recommendation letters if you choose, and then a supporting statement. Any student can write an additional personal essay if they so choose. Okay. So something I want to break down here real quick is we at UT calculate what we call a core GPA, okay? So you're going to self-report your grades and your courses, and then we're going to go through that, and the courses you see on the screen are what we're going to look at for college preparatory, okay? So these courses are all recommended, strongly encouraged, not required. So if you did not take a foreign language in high school, that does not mean you cannot get admitted to UT. That just means we won't utilize that in our core GPA. So we are going to recalculate a GPA, and each student who applies to us will be reassigned a new GPA based off of these courses, okay? So 4 units of English, so essentially it's 4 years of English. And we also acknowledge for my seniors that are on here that you're in your 4th year of English right now. So you will just denote that you're in an English course, and we understand that grade will not be posted yet. So this is what we're looking at. We will then calculate a core GPA, and that will be what we use for admission and scholarship purposes. Okay, so on your transcript, you are probably aware of your cumulative GPA. We will recalculate. So I just like to always put that out there that it might not be the exact same. Typically they're pretty close, but these are the units that we're going to be looking at. And to extend on this, so we use a 4.0 scale. We also do weight. So if you are in a regular course and you have an A, that's 4 points. Okay. If you are in an honors or advanced honors course, you're going to get a half-point weight. So that A of a 4 now becomes a 4.5. If you're in an AP, IB, Cambridge, dual enrollment, dual credit course, you're going to get 1 point weight. So that 4.0A now becomes 5 points. I hope that makes sense. So I do want to note that it has to be transcripted on your transcript and essentially you're self-reporting, but when we get that, we do have to note that these are AP courses, these are Cambridge dual credit, but you will get that weight and we will calculate that into our, what we call our UT core GPA. Okay, so now I'm going to break down costs a little bit and then talk about scholarships and how kind of that core GPA and what we're looking for in our scholarships. All right, so obviously you are my Wisconsin students, so you guys are out of state. So tuition and fees for out-of-state students is just over $31,000. Room and board is around $11,500. So that is looking at your average room. Okay, we do have other options. We have suite options where you and your roommate have a bathroom within your room. There are community style bathrooms. There are suite bathrooms. So there's different options for residence halls. So this is going to be our average standard price for room and board. So that brings the total out-of-state cost to just over $43,000 for the year. Okay, so that's what I like to call the sticker price. We do offer some scholarship programs. So I don't know if you want to screenshot this. It's on the website for sure, but this will be helpful for you. So this is a breakdown of GPA and SAT, ACT scores. So now that I said that, I want to note that we do have a test optional scholarship option as well. So for our students that do not submit test scores, you would obviously not fall in this category. For our students that do submit test scores, here's what you're looking at, okay? So you'll notice the minimum starts out at a 3.6 GPA. Now again, that's going to be a UT core GPA, so the GPA that we calculate. So that's going to start out at 3.6. And we're going to be looking at a 24 ACT or an 1160 SAT. Okay, so that's kind of the starting line for this scholarship. And that's looking at the bottom half, the Tennessee Explorer Scholarship Program is where you'll find that. And that amount is going to start out at $4,000. Okay, so that's annually. That will come off that $43,000 and you'll get that all 4 years as long as you maintain a 3.0 GPA while you're at UT and you are full-time enrolled and you have satisfactory academic progress. So as long as you're meeting those criteria, you will get this amount for 4 years annually. Okay, so baseline 3.6, 24, 1160 at 4,000. Now you can see if you bump up to our volunteer scholarship program, that's going to get you, let's see, we're going to need at least a 3.8 core UT GPA. And then the top for that is going to be a 34, 36 ACT, 1490, 1600 ACT, and that gets you $18,000 off of that 43 annually. So for 4 years. Okay. So I kind of want to leave that up there for a second if you're kind of looking and wanting to find where you fall. But essentially, if you meet this criteria, you would get that amount. Now, these are not stackable, so you don't get both the Explorer and the scholarship. You get one or the other. Okay, and I'm going to talk about deadlines, but I want to go ahead and say it now while we're looking at this screen. You do have to apply by December 15th to get this scholarship. Okay, and again, I'll reiterate that later, but I do want to say that while we're looking at this screen. Okay, so now for my students that are not going to submit a ACT or SAT, also I want to note too, we do super score. We do super score. So if you took multiple tests, that can come to your advantage. Okay, so for my students that are not submitting a test score, we are offering what we're calling the Beacon Scholarship. Okay, so the Beacon Scholarship is going to start out with a minimum 3.8 UT core GPA. So if you apply before that December 15th deadline and you have at least a 3.8 UT core GPA, you will be considered for a Beacon Scholarship. Things that we're going to look at for this scholarship are going to be outstanding academic achievement, extracurricular engagement, demonstrated leadership, and commitment to your community. Okay, so those are some qualities that we're going to look for in our Beacon Scholars. And the amounts for this will range from $4,000 to $18,000 as well. So similar to our test score students, this will range from $4,000 to $18,000 annually. So as long as you meet that 3.8 UT core GPA, you will be considered for this scholarship. Okay? All right. So important dates. My seniors that are listening, October 1st, FAFSA opens, so you can be sure to fill that out with our FAFSA file date of February 1st, kind of a priority date there. We are early action application, so if you want to participate in that, our deadline is Monday, November 2nd. That's for early action, and what that does is that ensures that you would get a decision mid-December, okay? Our regular admission deadline is December 15th. And again, I want to highlight, you need to apply by that date to receive the scholarships, our institutional UT scholarships. So the Volunteer, the Tennessee Explorer, and the Beacon that we just discussed. Also, we have competitive scholarships. So when you apply to the university, after you complete your application, you will get an application to apply for competitive scholarships. You also have to apply by December 15th to have that opportunity as well, okay? And those amounts are going to vary. They are alumni scholarships, departmental scholarships, other institutional scholarships. So those amounts will vary. But again, you'll receive that application once you apply to the university. You will then receive a scholarship application to complete. Okay? So remember, get everything in before December 15th and preferably before November 2nd. Okay. Tennessee traditions. So one here you can see students painting the rock, which is located on our campus, which changes all the time. So many layers of paint. Students were just putting handprints on it recently as school started last week. And so far that's going well. Students, of course, had their masks on and had to stay socially distant, but they still got to do the tradition of painting the rock. So the Tennessee student experience, there's so many things to do on campus. I already kind of talked to you about around Knoxville and in the city, but on campus as well, there are tons of things for you to do. So our Student Success Center incorporates so many different offices. We've got our Center for Career Development, our Academic Success Center, which is going to offer tutoring. So lots of different opportunities within resume building, like I said, tutoring, different opportunities as in internship opportunities and exploring, doing career interest inventories. We have career fairs, and all those this past semester still existed, and they just went virtual. So there are definitely opportunities for students to still engage. And then living on campus, we do have 13 residence halls and then 4 housing styles. As I was kind of mentioning earlier, there's suite styles where there's a bathroom within your room. There's a suite where you share a bathroom with another room, or community style bathrooms. So there's different kind of styles that you have the option of choosing from. We always like to say that you can make a big campus feel small, right? It's hard to make a small campus feel big, but you can make a big campus feel small. So we have over 600 clubs and organizations that you can get involved in. So there's plenty of ways to get involved. Intramural clubs and sports, definitely do that for fun. We are Division I SEC, so obviously if that's something that you're not able to commit to, there's definitely other ways that you can still be involved in sports and clubs that you're interested in and participate in high school. And we encourage that as well. And then sorority and fraternity life are very popular as well on our campus, and housing is provided, Greek housing is provided as well. Studying abroad, so there's so many different opportunities there, over 50 countries. There's programs that are 2 weeks up to full academic years. So there's definitely different opportunities. What's very cool is that different programs have different trips, right? So you can do kind of your own trip, but even some academic programs do. So like ag might go to Brazil and study the agricultural culture there. Business might go to Spain. So there's so many different trip opportunities and study abroad opportunities that you have. Okay, and I did just see a chat. What percentage of students are involved in sorority fraternity life? You know what? That is a great question that I'm not 100% sure of, but I will get an answer and find out for you. And then as far as like the recruitment process for that goes, so this has kind of been an interesting year with COVID and kind of like rush week and all that, not being able to be on campus, but typically that starts around move-in week. And that's all housed through our Greek office, and they will reach out to you if interested with the timeline and things for that. Again, this year was a little bit different with COVID, but they still made it work. But typically it's kind of coincides with welcome week, which would be about a week before school starts. Yeah, but I'll look into that percentage and get back to you. And I'm making a note of that, and I will get your contact information at the end so I can find that out. Sorry, I'm taking a note right now. Okay. All right. Let me go to the next slide. Sorry, there's been a delay when I click. I'll try it again. It's not wanting to click. There we go. Okay, so this is some pictures of our actual alums. So I kind of wanted to highlight for a minute where a UT degree can take you, right? So we have lots of well-known, notable alumni. Probably one that you're maybe aware of is Peyton Manning, very popular one that we're all fans of. And I don't know if any of you have gotten the chance to see our class crashes online, but those were pretty cool, where some of our alum crashed our virtual online Zoom classes this past semester, Peyton Manning being one of them. So there's definitely some cool things there if you want to check that out. But so some of these pictures I'm highlighting, obviously it's Little Big Town, she's a UT alum. We have an author that was on the front page of the New York Times. The man holding, I don't know if you kind of see in the middle there, holding a computer, he was the developer of the handheld computer. So UT alum, so definitely some cool things there. We do have an element on the periodic table, Tennessine, that was discovered by one of our faculty. We've got some famous athletes. So there's definitely opportunities when you come to UT. It's a matter of taking advantage of those opportunities for sure. But again, the Career Center, each college has their offerings, and they're helpful with your academic advisor for internship opportunities. So definitely be sure to take advantage of all the opportunities that you have at UT. We definitely want you to come visit campus. So I don't know if any of you have done a virtual tour, but we've got lots of virtual tour options online right now. But we are excited to announce that on Monday, August 31st, we are going live with actual on-campus visits, so in-person visits. Now, I do want to say you can go to the visit website that's listed there, visit.utk.edu, and sign up for a visit. A calendar will pop up, and you can see the dates that are available. We are keeping these to a very small number with COVID, and there are definitely some instructions that we need you to follow and respect when visiting campus, but we really do want to get you on campus to experience what it's like at UT. So you can definitely set up those visits. The virtual visits are still online as well. I definitely encourage all of you here to sign up for our VIP access. So you can go to our website and sign up to be a VIP, and that will get you in the know with emails, keep you up to date on big events that we might be having, whether they be virtual or in person. So definitely check that out if you're not already on the VIP. But we have started classes. We started classes last week, so I'll do a little report on that. Things are going well. We have put a lot of staff members and leadership spent their summer busy putting new policies in place to make sure that our students would be safe and we could all kind of go back to somewhat normalcy, right? I know everyone's using the new normal term, but And we wanted a little bit of maybe old normalcy. So we have students on campus, we have students in housing, we are taking protocols. You can see live updates that our chancellor does on Tuesdays and maybe Thursdays or Fridays. She does it twice a week. So you can see updates there if you're interested in seeing how we're handling COVID and how our students are reacting and doing. But things are going well, classes are going well. Students are wearing their masks. We've got our Tennessee masks and our orange checkered masks. So things are going really well. We're hoping to keep seeing this going, and we're really excited to start welcoming visitors to campus next week. So again, we just ask if you're going to come visit that you follow those guidelines that we put in place, and you'll see all of those when you go visit our website and sign up for a visit. Okay, and the last screen I'm going to show here is my contact information. So again, my name is Courtney Kleindienst. I am the Midwest Regional Recruiter, and yes, Wisconsin is part of my territory. My phone number and my email are listed there, so please feel free, write those down. Feel free to email me, call me, and text me as well. That's my cell phone, so I'm very happy to answer text messaging. Just tell me who you are, and we can have a conversation. I'm completely fine with that. And so I'm reading a question as I'm talking. So, but definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Sign up for the VIP portal online so you can stay in the loop. And then reach out to me anytime you have questions. I'm so happy to work with you. I'm hoping to schedule some visits with some of your high schools. So hopefully I can see you again. I'm happy to set up individual Zoom appointments too. So if you want to set something up, again, email, text me, and we can set up an appointment. So what is the geographic makeup of the student body? Great question. So we have, let's see, I'm trying to think, I don't want to, of the freshman class specifically, I believe about 28% were out of state. And then, so then obviously the majority of the rest would be in states around 80 or so percent, 76% were from Tennessee. Our out-of-state population is growing. Wisconsin specifically, I don't have the numbers on Wisconsin. I will say Wisconsin, I think, grew from 2 years ago. So it's slowly growing. It's not one of our top states. But if you all would like to attend, we can help grow our number of Wisconsin students. Yeah, but no, we do have a growing out-of-state population. And like I said, the incoming freshman was around 28%, I believe 26-28%. Last year, numbers haven't come out this year yet, but those numbers should be coming out after this week, after 2 weeks of classes, so we can have more data on that as well. Great question. You're a stats person, which I appreciate. And so feel free, I don't want to say your name out loud, but feel free to email me and I can follow up with some numbers for you as well. So, okay, well, so some cool kind of things about UT, our mascot, Smokey. We have a real live mascot. I'm trying to think if I have, I guess you can kind of see some stuff I've got behind me. Yeah, so Smokey's our mascot. Everyone adores them. There's Smokey statues all over campus. So that's definitely something when you come visit, you can see those. The torchbearer is something we take a lot of pride in. We are the Tennessee Volunteers, and that is something that we take so much pride in. I just realized, I don't know if you could see the questions, sorry. So we take so much pride in the Tennessee volunteer spirit. So service is something that is very important to us, getting involved, giving back to your community and society, you know, locally and on a global level. So that's definitely something that we strive for as Tennessee volunteers, and that's something that we look for in our students. So of my seniors that are on it and looking to apply, that's definitely something that we want to see in our applicants. Your involvement, and it doesn't have to be above and beyond that you've done the most things, but that you've done things with quality, right, and care. So that's what we like to see. Our students clock in service hours while they're on campus. So many involved. We've got some cool volunteer programs that we do throughout the year. We've got over 250,000 alumni all over, and they clock in service hours all over the country. And we have a cool volunteer day where, again, alumni all over the country volunteer together at local organizations, doing different things alumni chapters organize. And so it's part of you as coming into UT being a volunteer, but it follows you. We call it a VFL, Vol for Life, right? So once you're a UT volunteer, you're a volunteer for life, and we really like to see that go through, and we appreciate that in our alumni as well. So that's a little bit about the volunteer spirit. We definitely appreciate that. Another cool thing that I can share is we do Vol Treks. Vol Treks are really cool. So that's through our Career Center, and then they partner with some of our colleges where you can kind of take field trips to different businesses and organizations around the country. So sometimes they're within Tennessee, Nashville, sometimes they're maybe in Chicago or New York, and essentially you go on a field trip with a small amount of students and some faculty, and you get to tour different organizations and businesses, talk to their communications, see how they work and they run, and mingle with alumni and corporate offices. So those are really cool experiences that students get to do. Again, we've transitioned a lot of things to virtual, so even though students might not be on campus, they can still experience a lot of these things through our Career Development Center and Academic Exploration Office. You can check out that website. You can check out all the clubs and organizations we have to see what you'd be interested in getting involved in. So there's definitely things for you at UT. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see here if I can do another question. I'm gonna X out of here, and I'm going to go to share my screen, and I'm gonna go to, let's see here, where is, let's go here. Okay, don't mind me, just let me see. Sorry, I gotta move myself out of the way. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, here we go. So I was gonna show you, can you, well, I guess you guys can't respond to me. Hopefully you can see my screen. So what I wanna show you is what I strongly recommend that you do if you have not done this already. So I want you to become a VIP. So you can go to our admissions. So I just went to the menu, admissions, and we'll do undergraduate admissions. Okay, and it's going to talk to you about applying now, different things to get involved, what should you volunteers say about us, information on the side, and then apply, high school seniors. So this website is going to talk to you about deadlines that we mentioned, decision release dates, application checklist, and then this also does a breakdown of, where is it at here, the core GPA that we talked about. So if you have questions on that, please feel free to look there. Our optional standardized test scores, final transcripts. So this is a good outline if you have questions. Of course, always reach out to me, but again, you can go here as well. So we're going to do VIP. So become a VOL in progress. So essentially you can set this up now, and this does not necessarily mean you're going to start the application process, but you can join our mailing list. So there you can see apply now or join our mailing list. Another option for you, if we want to make this easier, is you can just go to the menu and in the search bar type in VIP. Okay, I'm all about doing things the easy way. So future VOLs, which are all of you here joining me. So there we go. And then we'll do join our mailing list. And then put your information in so you can start receiving information. You'll get stuff from me. You can find out when we've got virtual events. We usually have like a Big Orange preview day, which is typically with a football game. That's probably maybe going to be virtual this year. I'm not sure yet. Nothing's been decided on that. But definitely if you sign up for the VIP, you can stay in the know for that. Okay, so definitely check out our website. You can see updates on what's going on. The coronavirus here at the Chancellor's update. Again, she does that twice a week, so that's a good thing to check out. And then Meet UT. There's Smokey. This gives you great opportunities to kind of explore our programs, what we've got going on, watch some videos. There's our campus, which is, again, just absolutely beautiful. So right there, you see the river right through campus. And then we've got some of the hills going into the Smoky Mountains, again, not very far away. So you can see the lake there, paddle boarding, kayaking. You'll see students doing all sorts of things for sure. So definitely check us out, get involved. But again, sometimes I understand that websites are hard to navigate. Just definitely utilize that search bar. That'll definitely help help you find find what you're looking for. And then again, always reach out to me. So I am going to put up my contact information one more time, and then let's go through here. Maybe we'll go through it all. But I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it because I know you're probably, if your school is virtual, you're probably all virtualed out, Zoomed out. So thank you. Please reach out anytime. Again, I'm happy to text if that's easier for you. So yes, there is my contact information, my cell phone, my email. So please reach out anytime, and go Vols. So thank you guys for joining me. And then I'll check the chat one more time. Don't think there's anything else. Okay. Okay.
I don't unmute myself. So thank you guys for attending this session, and thank you, Courtney, for providing that awesome information. So just so you guys know that as you leave, there will be a quick survey that you need to complete. It's only 4 questions, so it should be nice and easy for you guys to get done really quickly. And then we also want to remind you to sign up for more sessions. There are other sessions from universities or just general kind of knowledge panels that you may be interested in, and you can sign up at www.wacac.com. And then the recording will be available, so if you happen to be kicked out during this or just want to revisit some of the information that Courtney gave you, they will also be available on the website. So thank you guys again so much for attending, and then we'll be ending this broadcast right now.
Thank you.